All right, listen up. If you've spent years, maybe even decades, mastering how to get found on Google, well, you need to brace yourself. A massive shift is happening in online search, and it is changing all the rules. So let's get right into it. We're talking about this whole new world of AI-powered answers, and, more importantly, what you're going to do to make sure you don't get left behind.
You know, for as long as I can remember, the game was pretty straightforward, right? Rank on page 1. That was the whole goal. But that familiar world, the one we all built on links and keywords, well, it's being turned completely upside down by generative AI. The good old classic search engine is just not the only game in town anymore.
And look, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky prediction for 10 years from now. This is happening right now. Get this, Gartner is forecasting a whopping 25% drop in traffic from traditional search engines by 2026. Just think about that for a second. That's a quarter of your audience that could be looking for answers somewhere else. If that's not a wake-up call, I don't know what is.
So this brings up a really critical question, one you have to ask yourself. As more and more users get their answers directly from these AI summaries, is your brand at risk of just becoming invisible, of disappearing from the conversation entirely?
And again, this isn't a future problem. It's already here. Just look at these numbers. 60% of searches already end without a single click. They're zero-click searches. And 80% of users, yeah, they're already relying on AI summaries to get the job done. The bottom line is, the audience has already moved on.
Okay, so in this new reality, how do you even compete? How do you make sure your expertise, your voice, actually gets seen? Well, there's an answer, and that's what we're digging into today. It's a whole new playbook called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO for short. So what is GEO, really? Let's break it down. It's all about the strategic process of optimizing your content so that these AI engines, your ChatGPTs, your Perplexities, all of them, choose to cite you as the source in their answers. You see the difference? It's not about ranking. It's about becoming the reference.
To really wrap your head around GEO, it helps to put it side by side with what we all know so well. Traditional SEO. With SEO, we were obsessed with keywords, and the goal was to achieve a ranking. With GEO, the focus completely shifts to something called entities, and the goal is to get cited in a response. It's a fundamental, a truly massive shift in thinking.
Okay, so I keep throwing that word around, entities. What in the world are they? Well, this right here, this is the secret weapon. This is the absolute core concept you have to grasp if you want to win at GEO. This one quote just nails it perfectly. Large language models, or LLMs, think in terms of things, not strings. So what does that really mean? It means the AI doesn't just see a word, a string of letters. It understands the entire concept behind it, the thing itself.
Let's make this super simple. When an AI sees the word Batman, it's not just registering 6 letters. It's tapping into a whole massive network of connected information.
And this is what it understands. The full entity of Batman. It knows the person behind the mask is Bruce Wayne, the place he operates is Gotham City, the organization he runs is Wayne Enterprises. It even gets the abstract concepts, like vigilante justice, and the products, like the Batmobile. It's all connected, and your goal is to teach the AI about your brand's entities with that exact same level of clarity. Now you might be thinking, great, so I have to throw out everything I know about SEO, but hold on, that's not quite right. Some of those old rules are actually more important than ever. They're just being applied to a brand new game.
This is why things like backlinks and your domain authority haven't become obsolete. For an AI engine, these are incredibly powerful trust signals. All that authority you've spent years building, that is your foundation for GEO.
And hey, we've got the data to prove it. This table shows a direct, powerful connection. Websites with a high domain authority, say between 80 and 100, get cited by AI in their answers 68% of the time. Now look all the way down at the bottom. Sites with a DA below 20, they're only cited 3% of the time. 3%! Your authority is literally your ticket to the game.
And here's a look at this in action. This isn't just theory. The team at Wolfable applied these exact principles. They focused on high-quality content, built up their topical authority, and clearly defined their entities. And you can see the result right here. They are cited as the top source for GEO-related questions. It just goes to show this strategy works today.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now for the most important part, the how. Let's break this down into a practical, actionable plan that you can start using right away.
It really boils down to these 4 key steps.
First, you have to identify your core entities, your brand, your products, your people. Second, you build connections between those entities in your content. Third, you structure your content with things like clear headings and lists so an AI can easily understand it. And finally, number 4, you build your entity's authority using those classic trust signals we talked about.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. For 20 years, the game was about using keywords to be findable. In this new era of AI search, the game is about using entities to be authoritative. The only question left is, are you ready to play?